I'll just run you through the plan for today. So down here we have what's known as the cable haul road. Good lad. Plan today, we've got about 20 kilometres of this road to go before we get to the junction of what's known as the PNC baseline road. From there we've got another 100 kilometres up to another junction. The name eludes me at the moment. It's that 100 kilometre stretch from this next road junction to the one after it that worries me, because I've never travelled it before. I don't know what condition it's in. If it's like this, it'll be fantastic. Well, here we go, the PNC baseline cable haul road intersection, and Colin's just pointed out that got some camel tracks in the sand. What I'm excited about is the track to the north, the cable haul road, looks like it's well used by the miners. And for future reference, the PNC road, baseline road, looks really good too. Well, the road conditions have got a little bit slower, but on the whole still pretty good. Except for spots like that back there, I'm still maintaining 65, 70 kilometres an hour, I guess. 50 kilometres north of where we camped, just come across this signage. I thought I might stop for a bit. Mongrel Camp. Looks like a nice little place to camp too. While I'm stopped here, I'm going to do a couple of things. One, I'm going to put some lunch in the travel buddy, but I have a bit of a problem as well, so I might fix that up before it progresses any further. I tighten up that bloody side rail of mine as well, probably just as well I did, because the bottom bolt that holds it into the side step was hanging on by a couple of threads. That was it. So that seems to have solved that problem for the time being. So we'll get on the road. What have we got? Another 70 kilometres up to the road junction, where we'll stop and have some lunch and work out which direction we're going to head from there. So yeah, no, this road has been awesome. I'm really impressed. I thought it might have been a bit of a hard slog, this 100 kilometre stretch of track, but it's been great. Well, into the nature reserve, and the track has truly changed. Miners' money doesn't go into the nature's reserve, obviously, but yeah, it's all good. It's actually not too bad to drive. Again, a bit soft on top and on the other side, but there's nothing to it. So much for trying to avoid that tree. I think this tree up here is, yeah, this is it. This is Salt Creek Junction, where we'll have lunch. Good Lord. we made Salt Creek Junction. Who would have thought? So that's really cool. So I now know that the Cable Haul Road, apart from the last 20 kilometres, is a really, really good road. When Len and I were here last time, we took this track up here because I thought that was the road up to Lake Rason, but that goes up to an airstrip and then peters out to nothing. That track there goes to Plumridge Lakes, which we're not going to go to. That's the Cable Haul Road. If we'd turned left instead of right at that junction back there, that's where we would have come out. And I remember from reviewing video, there's a junction up there with a set of rocks. That's the road to Lake Rason. But up in the tree here we've got some markers. So it's top road is Laverton something Lake Highway, Plumridge Lakes Connie Sue. That'll be that way. What does that one say? That says Salt Creek Junction, and that says the Trans Australia line, Cananda. So there you go, Salt Creek Junction. Alright, heading out of Salt Creek Junction. We're going to camp on the boundary of the nature reserve, because I remember last time Lenny and I were here we found a nice cleared area to camp in, so that'll be a good spot. Welcome to our camp, Camp 4, on our little shitty tag-along tour. Cole's getting ready to get the fire going. So from here on, the next, I don't know, maybe 80 kilometres up to the Lake Rason Road should be really good conditions. And it seems that, I'll turn around so camera's not the sun. It seems that all the roads leading into the nature reserve are in really good condition, and then from there on they get really slow once you get into the reserve. Poor old Len must be feeling a bit tired. He's gonna go have a lay down in his hammock. Talk about soft. Come on, I want to see you get in and fall out the other side. No. Oh, he's done that before.
Yeah.
I suppose you want me to grab you a beer now. Well, good morning, day 5 I think it is today. Down here at Caver's Coffee Central. Bit slack again on the video last night. Boys are going for bacon and egg jaffles. Morning, boys. How are we?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Shane.
How's the shitty tour going so far?
Yeah, good.
Best shitty one I've been on.
The shittiest one ever. Hey, I was thinking Friday today, start of a long weekend. I was going to go up to the Dr. Hicks range today, but I'm thinking that maybe we should go straight for 7 Miller's Shack instead, because if we go to 7 Miller's on Saturday, it may get busy. There may be people up there, so I reckon our best shot is shoot to the shack tonight, and we'll sort of plan out for the day after that.
Yep.
Yeah, very good plan.
Well, road conditions should get a bit faster from here on. cool, just cruise along at 40 kilometres an hour or thereabouts. Quite an enjoyable little drive. Wow, that's a shitty tour. Do some running repairs in the meantime to get me home. Fractured number plate bracket. Love it. All right. Let's go get a chica roll and some chips in the oven, and we'll continue on to Lake Rason Road. Come on, Cole, get a move on. The Spackman track. Go back through my archives, you'll see some videos there that I called Mowing the Spackman, where myself and Warren come down here. That was a bit of a challenge. Neil's Junction, 179 kilometres. So the Spackman track comes out on the Amberdell, approximately 50 kilometres this side of Neil's Junction. It took us friggin' hours to get down there. It was horrid. And Laverton's that way, and Kanana on the trans line is that way, and we've sort of come from there so far. Some pretty cool breakaways to the left of us. And anyway, there you go, there's the shoreline of Lake Rason. Someone tempted fate, did they?
Well, there's lots of people gone across there. There's
Yeah.
a quad bike's gone down through there.
Yep. Out looking for camel, no doubt.
Yeah. And there's a skeleton up there, camel skeleton.
Geez, I wouldn't drive on this.
Shane never took us over stuff like this. We got company. I just had a chat with those guys that went into the 7 Miller shack, and apparently the owner's there, and he wasn't very inviting about them staying there. That's why they've moved on. And apparently there's a big group of guys from Bunbury heading there tonight.
Hiya fellas, yeah, not bad, what's happening? We haven't seen any. We've come up from the trans line. We haven't seen jack shit.
Yeah, that's not what we want to hear. we got one this morning.
They're there. There's plenty of tracks around, but we haven't seen one. But
Yeah, right.
you know, it's a bit easier as a passenger, you know, to try and spot camel than when you're driving and trying to spot camel. Okay, I'm at the turn off. What would you like me to do? Go in or wait for you guys to catch up? Oh, you're there. Don't worry about it.
I'm just waiting for Cole.
He's right behind you. Good lad. Think we've got enough timber for the night. We've arrived at 7 Miller's shack. We've been speaking to one of the part owners of the shack, and he's really cool, and he's allowed us to stay the night, hence we've gone out and got some timber. And there's the shack. You would have seen that on prior videos, I'm sure, but they've put an extension up top since I was here last, so we might go cut this shit up and get ourselves organised. We might go sit on the top deck and have a beer. Sounds like a plan. Oh, a bit of a tub, that feels a lot better, I tell you. Even Lenny's looking nice and clean. Know where Cole is? Oh, he's hiding over the back of the car there. But, sun's just gone down over there at Lake Rason. I'll go quickly show you the hut. New addition since I was here last. They put a room up top with the gun turret and all. Again, You've seen all this before, but 7 miller shack, bloody awesome. And I reckon I'm going to sit down with a cold beer. By the fire. Chilling out at the scenery. Come join me, young Cole. Come have a beer.
Yeah, I will do. I've just got to go and get it.
You didn't organise that very well then, did you?
Only free hand. I should have brought the beer and left the beer.
That's what I'm saying. I would have put it in my pocket. Let's go see how this goes down. See if we can get the owner of the shack on video.
In Soweto, we'd see 10 bullet wounds a night with 30 stabbings. Yeah.
Christine and Brian, I'd just like to thank you for your hospitality and for having this shack out here for people to use. Bloody awesome.
Yeah, no worries.
And Ralph, for the stories, fantastic.
Yeah, I'm full of them.
Yeah, oh, we're all full of something, aren't we? Let's go for laverton. Unfortunately, we just heard on the news last night that long weekend here, some Victorians come over to WA and has been roaming around, and he's been diagnosed with COVID, so Perth's gone into lockdown for at least 3 days that we know of at the moment, so that's a bit of a blow. So Anzac Day, long weekend, Perth's in a 3-day lockdown, and here's me out here. Luckiest bastard in the world, I reckon. So just up here on the right is a turn off to a place called Tiger Trap Gully. Never been up there before, so we'll go in and check it out. Let's go and check out this gorge, shall we? How cool would that be in times, the rare time that it's full of water? I think it just goes up to the top there. There's a bit of a waterfall where the water comes off the top of the breakaway there, and then it just runs down this gully. Well, that will be Mallee Hen Rocks coming into view. Alright, well here we are at Mallee Hen Rocks. Supposedly there's a waterhole here, and from what Ralph aka Dingo was telling me, it's pretty skanky. There's not a lot of water in it. There's a couple of dead roos in it too. And somewhere around here is also an inscription on the rock from Frank Hann that's supposedly pretty faded, so I don't know if we're going to have any joy finding these things, but an old gold mining map that I have tells me that the rock hole's just behind the vehicles here somewhere, so it'd be pretty cool if it's just in here, but we'll have a walk around, see if we can find it. What are you doing up there, Cole? Checking out the bloody... Checking out the Wallabies house again.
Must be a lot of
wallabies around here. Must be a lot.
One down. We found the rock hole.
Oh, you got it.
Yep. I thought that might have been it there, but when I looked above this wall, I thought that looks like it might actually be a bigger receptacle for water, which is exactly what it is.
You see these feathers?
Yeah,
In a lot of the caves around there.
full of feathers.
Yeah. I don't know whether the cat's been eating or they've been molting.
Don't know.
There's a lot of feathers.
But yeah, supposedly here there's a faint FH for Frank Hann inscription on a rock somewhere.
Gee, I bet he was happy when he found that.
I bet he was too. Bet his camels were.
What's the
Good to see people leaving their rubbish behind.
Oh.
Wankers. Well, Lenny seems to think that they were saying that the inscription's on the other side, so I might go down and
Other side of the hole.
where Lenny is on the left hand side behind me,
Okay.
so I might go back down and see what we can find down there.
Okay.
So all that water which falls on this hard rock obviously doesn't get absorbed and slowly makes its way down and through these little rock pools to eventually make the large water hole below it. Alright, I'm back to the water hole again. I'm just trying to think, if I was Frank Hann, where would I inscribe my initials? I know Hahn's Knobs is just on a isolated rocky outcrop on its own and sitting high. I've been up high, there's nothing up there. I'll go check out these walls in a minute. But I want to have a look at that over there, that high or higher little outcrop. And if I see nothing by that stage, I'm going to call it quits, because without further information I'm looking for a needle in a haystack. Well, we found this breakaway system. Len reckons there's enough room for us. There's timber here, it's just a little bit uneven, so he wants me to come in and check it out. But I said I'm happy if they're happy, so in we go. Nice little breakaway though. Welcome to our little patch of paradise, about 50 kilometres to the south of Laverton. How we go at the scenery? Check that out. Did I tell you, goddamn, I love Western Australia? Cheers, fellas.
Oh, cheers.
Thanks for a shitty tour.
Oh, thank you for the shitty tour. Yeah, that was a really good shitty tour.
Yeah, I know. I've heard it all before. Checks in the mail.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've doubled your rate, actually.
Yeah.
Don't always sound too
Yeah,
generous.
2 times nothing is still nothing. Anyway, I hope this is our last night, because you guys are going to bail tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, COVID's hit Perth, so I'm going to stay here. Screw it.
Yeah.
Why go home?
Yeah.
Anyway, once again, Thanks, fellas.
Yeah, thank
Enjoyed the
Well,
company.
Thank you. Shane, gee, really brilliant.
I'll just have a shitty tag along on my own tour for the next week.
One of the best weeks I've had in ages.
Come home and show you all the nuggets I found.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
yeah, okay. Instead of splitting it 3 ways, you can just
Oh,
take
gee,
it back.
thanks. I can go out there. I can go out there and bust my ass all day, swinging a stick, bloody fighting off roos and snakes and eagles
Wild
and
camels.
wild camels, and accept that as payment.
Yeah.
Bargain. I know my tours might be shitty, but there's a lot of other shittier bloody stories getting around, I tell you.
Yeah.
Yours is one of them.